A train reactor spitting fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From Memecoins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, he'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know.
Man, it's happening again.
Community vibing where the treasures flow.
Fuck, man. Do you guys feel good too? Do you feel good too when you see punk sales? Like, it literally puts me in a good mood. This morning, I think we saw a few punk sales. I think we saw like 8 of the top 10 sales were CryptoPunk sales, right? It's growing. It's picking up. And people buying their, a lot of them, their first ever punk, man. I'm seeing a lot of that on the timeline, and that's always a great feeling. Man, that's always a really, really good feeling, seeing people this deep in, years from people's entry into NFTs, and that conviction held that entire time. Right, that thesis, the CryptoPunk thesis held since you first joined the space and you understood CryptoPunks and you knew their significance. And man, maybe you worked towards it through that previous bull market, and then you still held on to that dream during the bear, which truthfully, I think these were more expensive in the bear market. And here we are heading into another bull run, the bull run, because it isn't here yet. And these same people thinking, God damn, this is my chance to get it because I know where they're going, and I never had the opportunity before, but thanks to whatever profits last cycle or you doing excellent on trading those shitters this cycle, like, this is my chance. This is it right here. And I can finally get a CryptoPunk, and to some degree, some of these people, it's kind of a now or never thing. And with CryptoPunks, man, that's always a possibility. So CryptoPunks flying, love to see it. X copy art flying this weekend too, man. It's fantastic. Anyway, we'll get more into that, guys. I want to look at NFTs quite a bit today. Check the crypto markets. We're going to look at meme coins, which cooked this weekend. I won. I won on a meme coin, and I'm excited about that because it doesn't happen a lot. And I'll tell you what, this one I don't feel great about because I didn't tell you guys about it. And that doesn't happen hardly ever. In fact, I should probably give you my wallets I trade from. I've just never, I never shared this wallet address because it's from the Trojan bot, which I almost never use, but it's a token. What was it? FWOG? FWOG? Yeah, something like that. I'll show you. Anyway, I'm sure you saw it on the timeline yesterday. I bought it just degenning into something for fun, like testing out the bot, right? And I won. That's why, guys, I've said a few times at least, this Solana meme coin ecosystem, man, it feels a lot like NFTs in 2021 and 2022, where it's, if you get in the right stuff, first off, I think it's easy to see the right stuff, and it's easy to win. That's my experience so far. I think I've only lost on one token. And the rest of them, I'm not throwing much of these tokens, but the rest of them, whether it's trading over the course of like 30 minutes or my win yesterday was a 15-day hold. It's not much. Just kind of parking in certain tokens, and geez, man, there's so much volume in this stuff. So we'll take a look at that. We'll look at meme coins, some macro stuff. Obviously, want to talk about Telegram, and let me see if I got the article ready here. Yeah, we have to talk about this. Pavel Durov. I got that. I'm saying it right. Big news. Big news. So, guys, I want to have a conversation around anonymity on-chain. The fact that we have this opportunity to be anonymous here on the blockchain, and I don't think people appreciate it much, saying that as somebody here who's got my face out there everywhere at this point. And, like, to some degree, I regret it to a degree. Like, to a degree. I got nothing to hide. I mean, there's just something really appealing about being anonymous and still being able to do the same thing. Truthfully, if I started doing this show maybe a year later, I probably would have gone for something like AI personality or done a filter or something. Like, if tech were just a little further along, I probably would have wanted to do this show completely anonymous and practice what I preach. But I believe it's a really, really powerful thing to be able to stay anonymous. And I think you got an opportunity now. And I think you should, and I should take my own advice here, but we should be building maybe a whole separate anonymous identity, because now is the best opportunity to actually do that. And there's some tools out there that actually would help us accomplish that. So anyway, that's on the agenda today. Fun shit, dude. Just feels great out there. And again, it feels like just the start. So with that said, guys, smash the like, drop some comments in the video. Helps a ton. Helps the algorithm a lot. A ton. So show a little love if you don't mind, guys. And let's get into it. Again, we saw CryptoPunk sales for anybody just joining. Awful lot. Good morning. Raul, good morning. Cosmos, Gravity, Mike, Katz. Great to see you guys. We looked at CryptoPunks just to start. Bunch of sales rolling in here in the past 24 hours. And now at the top of the collection rankings. So love to see that. I want to refresh real quick too. But we're looking at CryptoSlam, of course. And I'm trying to remember back to our morning update this morning where CryptoPunks were. They weren't at the top. I would assume top 5-ish or so, but they weren't at the top. But they are now. CryptoPunks, the king of NFTs. I would be okay if we just locked it in there. We just lock it in and like those ranking charts, right? You rank whatever, those tiers, S tier or God tier and whatever else, right? I would love a little chart that was, we should do that sometime, actually. We should have our own rankings. But CryptoPunks at the top. There's nothing else up there. Nah, we could throw some art up there, but it's CryptoPunks and then kind of the rest. Apes aren't there, right? I don't put apes there. I don't put pudgy penguins there. It's CryptoPunks. And then like autoglyphs or chromie squiggles or, you know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe very specific select Beeple works. You know, the everydays, that $69 million piece, something like that. That's S tier. It's above S tier. Anyway, looking fantastic here. To be honest, volume. This is rolling volume, by the way, if you're ever peeking here. 13 mil. So not bad. Relatively low. Nothing like a bull market would look. But looking decent coming out of a Sunday. ETH has been our top blockchain by sales volume, guys. We're going on probably almost 3 months at this point. And think back to just a few months ago, guys, when it was Solana at number 1. And random days, especially earlier this year, where Bitcoin was number 1. And a lot of people question if we would ever see the day where ETH regain that dominance. I'm one of those people who wondered, and I'll tell you this. Long term, I still do think the Bitcoin ecosystem can and maybe will actually flip the Ethereum ecosystem. I see it. I see that possibility. I'm talking long time frame, long horizon, 10, 15, 20 years. I could definitely see that happen here. But for now and for the past few months here, Ethereum back on top. I love to see it. It's a great sign of this shifting momentum here. But how much have we shifted? Are we back? Let's look at that, because that's the question. It's on everybody's mind. It's the conversation out there, the are we back narrative. And we've talked about that here daily at this point. I look at the CryptoSlam NFT index to see if we're back. And I also mentioned this morning, guys, I don't know if looking at the 30-day view is the right way to measure back, although we're going to do it. We're going to go through each of these little periods just to see. I don't know if 30 is the right way to say, the right time frame to declare we're back. I think it's probably 60-day, but past 24 hours looking great. By the way, this is cross-chain, right? We're looking at the top 500 NFT collections across these blockchains. Soon Bitcoin added in there too. It must be. We have to get Bitcoin in there too. That is, and still my opinion here, and it's my belief that Bitcoin is where this NFT run really happens this cycle. 7 days looking amazing too. Up 2.66% in the past 7 days. Excellent. Past 30 days, we are inching closer and closer to being back. And remember, guys, right in this time frame, I think I said August 7th because that's what shows here on the bottom, but it's really August 5th. I was looking for right around this level. I am looking for 30 days out from here, and at that point, I think we'll be in the green. And I'll tell you this, I think we're there already. I think we're already there. Still, I want to give it that 30-day period, but we can actually check that. We can dial in the dates, but let's look. Around 1280. Oh, I mean, we're right there. If we go back just 2 days ago, actually earlier today, we actually broke it. So we would have been in the green, not a 30-day time frame, but about 20 days here in the green. So 30 days out from here, I think this chart's going to be green, and I think it stays green, to be honest, for this cycle. I do. I think that's the moment where we probably can declare that NFTs are back. Now, 60 days I think is actually more important. So 60 days out from probably around this time frame here, that's what I'm looking for there. So 60 days out from July 12th. So September, 2 weeks into September or so, I have a feeling, guys. Can we make some predictions here? Don't hold me to it, right? But I think in September is when we see the 30-day and the 60-day in the green. And I think that's the moment you can actually declare NFTs back. And we'll do it. At that point, we'll tweet it out there and we'll put it, yeah, that's the moment we'll declare it back. Really, really exciting stuff here, guys. Looking great. Now, we'll dial into the NFT ecosystems real quick, too. We'll look at Ethereum on its own. We'll look at Solana on its own and see if anything's different there. And I have a feeling, guys, that maybe ETH is actually up in the past 30 days. For now, let's peek August 5th till today. Oh, it's so damn close, guys. Look, if we weren't measuring the tippity top right there, if we were like August 6th, let's even do that. August 6th through right now, I think we're green. Oh, so close. Guys, again, you see it here. I think it's pretty obvious what's coming. It's looking amazing. Drew, good morning. FSIC. We'll look at FSIC. I don't think Fractal's coming on. They're too busy, and I'm not gonna be mean to those guys. They are busy. They got a big launch coming up here. I'm gonna stay friendly with them. I'm gonna continue to talk about them because I think it's important enough. And let's see if maybe we can just build a relationship on there and get them on here. But for now, no Fractal. Again, they're busy. Major launch. I get it. Also, come on, guys. Come on. The people want to hear from you. Okay, we'll do this quick. I don't want to spend too much longer on this, but you get the idea. We're right there, right at the cusp. Here's ETH, past 24 hours green, yes. Past 7 days, also green, 2.5%. Past 30 days, okay, yikes. That's going to be a little trickier. That's going to be a little more difficult. Guys, what happened back here? What happened at the beginning of August? Think about this. What happened beginning of August? And I'm actually asking the question. Now, this does factor in USD value. So what happened beginning of August? Did we get a price crash in crypto? We can look, and we should look at crypto. But I'm trying to think what happened right here that was so significant that we lost what? 3, 4, 5% in a matter of a few days here? Interesting. Definitely need to dig there. Past 60 days actually looks a little better. Looks a bit better right there, okay? So ETH looking okay. Going to be a little longer till we say ETH is back. It is what it is. By the way, you might get a little background noise here. I'll do my best to mute it out, but just a heads up. And then Solana. We're not going to look at Polygon and Cardano, which we have those as well here. But Solana basically flat in the past 24 hours. Up in the past 7 days. Clearly, ETH is outpacing it, though. ETH almost 2% higher. 2% better gains here in the past 7 days. Past 30 days, entirely flat. So the Solana ecosystem actually held up incredibly well here in the past month. And actually up. This is great. Solana actually up in the past 60 days here. So great to see. Again, right at the cusp. Let's see. Yes, Gravier, that was it. That was it. Yep. Was it also, we were past the German Bitcoin sell-off there, I think, beginning of August. So yeah, I think it was the jobs report, and I think it was Japan, and yeah, it was that, yeah, you're right, it was that few-day window there. In fact, I'm looking at a calendar here, that should have been a Sunday, Monday, and it was. Yeah. August 5th was exactly that moment. And you see the impact it had, man. I mean, it's wild to see it measured out like this, right? Man, when you see it like that, you see just how big of an impact crypto has. This is obvious, right? But it helps to say it and it helps to see it. How big of an impact the price of crypto has on the value of NFTs. Tremendous. And we've not recovered since then at all, guys. I mean, we're starting now. Clearly starting now, but this was it. Yep. Heading into the weekend, and then that was it. Yeah. Yeah, and immediately after that, we had more Mt. Gox Bitcoin moving, right? And so that kept people a little standoffish, a little bit. But again, something has changed now, clearly. Clearly, we've rounded this corner, and things are looking pretty damn good. So really, really excited to see everything happening here. Let's peek at sales volume. Let's look at the weekly numbers, which came in last night. I think around 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the data period ends. That's both 24 hours, also on the week, Sunday evenings, right? And we looked really, really good, guys. Okay, so weekly numbers. We should peek at monthly, too, just to see how we're stacking up. I have a feeling, let me think. I have a feeling maybe, I don't know. I was going to say, I think August actually ends up higher than July. I'm not so sure about that now. But sales last week were up. 94.5 mil in cross-chain sales. Best week in a month. So we put an end to this 3-week skid of declining NFT sales. Great to see that. Sellers actually down last week. Buyers up, guys. That's the direction we need to be heading. Very, very obvious, very, very obvious thing to say here, right? But less sellers, more buyers. You know, that usually is going to push prices and action in one direction. And I think that's what we're seeing here. We will peek at floor prices too, guys. Transactions up last week as well. And then trade profits. I wonder how we're looking. Hey, this helps too. Sale price actually up in the past week too. And that's because the value of crypto up in the past 7 days too, right? That helps. So crypto prices up means you sell your NFT, even if floor price remains the same. But the value of that NFT is actually up. Trade profits, okay, actually down last week. 7.5 mil in the negative here. That's, I think no biggie there. A lot of that, by the way, you might remember this, but a lot of that was those CryptoPunk sales. And we'll probably see a similar thing today. I have a feeling this number goes up as more punk sales come across. A lot of holders actually selling those punks at a loss, and they're getting liquid, and I don't think that's bearish at all, guys. I think that's people getting liquid for this run, and that's probably some pretty savvy traders. Yes, so a lot of these negative profits here were, again, CryptoPunk sales. Big losses there, honestly. Great to see all the punk sales, but a lot taken at a loss, and again, I don't think that's super bearish at all. So all in all, a really, really solid week here, and heading in the right direction, so very cautiously optimistic, and I really wonder if September is going to be this down month that I thought it would be. A lot of people feeling similar. I don't know if we're going to end up seeing that play out. We may have, man, a really hot September. That'd be great, especially heading into October, November, that I think is going to cook here. Rate cuts coming next month here in the States, right? Now, I guess the counter to that is apparently we're going to get this jobs revision of 1 million less jobs. And I wonder what kind of impact that has because the lower jobs report did impact the market too. Okay. Looking at August. Yeah, no way we finish higher than July. Actually, really, really bad month here. Wow. We'll probably finish August. How many days? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days to go. Yeah, we're not even going to break 400 mil. You know, unless we have something really major turnaround here. Yeah, so this will be our lowest month of sales here this year and really going back to last October. Already ahead of October of last year, which is great. Do we get here? Do we get to August levels? I don't know. And that'll actually be interesting, guys. If last August, which was brutal. Last August was brutal, guys. That was the Friend Tech era. Hard to believe we're a year removed from that. But that was that era where SocialFi was really starting to take off, and Friend Tech and the Arena. What was it called back then? Guys, what was the Arena called back then? The Avalanche SocialFi platform. Stars. It was Stars Arena. Right? That was the focus back then. NFTs, no. NFTs were absolutely cooked. Dead at that point. August last year. And we're going to finish this month lower than that time. Interesting, because the vibe and the sentiment, it couldn't be more opposite. So, man, I'm so optimistic about where we're heading right now. That said, again, low month of sales. We'll see how sellers, buyers, those other metrics that really matter a lot, we'll see where those finish. These numbers I can't even guess. But I imagine we finish pretty low as well. And then trade profits. Wow. We're going to finish here with, let's see. I mean, we're on pace for our lowest of the year, and it's probably pushing us back to, September, October of last year. Yeah, so we'll see. Let me peek through some comments. FSIC. FSIC doing a public round around 800 spots. Is there 3,800 mints total? Good morning, Tickle. That goes for you too, Tickle. Total spots for FSIC. Is it 3,800 total? Like total mints? I'm excited to mint that, by the way. I am. Cool to see, by the way, Tickle. Tickle on the FSIC team, on the coordinator team, I think they call it. I think that's like collab manager, probably community team as well. But my big brother Tickle Snarf, my good friend English. I think we got a couple other buddies on that squad here. Yeah, Vru, nice call with Bells. Again, Bells will cook. I'm still gonna stay out of there, but Bells will cook. Bells definitely gonna cook. Hey, we got a shitcoin token shill. I love it. Bring it. I like it. You know, we'll when it gets out of hand, of course, we'll nip that in the bud. But right now, go for it. New Solana meme coin, Trumpelio. Trump loves Elon. Good shit, dude. Love it. Dude, I'm digging I'm digging the Solana meme coin stuff. Nice. Tickles bought a bunch of Bell a while back. Good. You're up big then. All right, let's get into some shit. Let's look at crypto. Let's peek at the ETFs. ETFs bringing a lot of volume. I don't know. Awful lie. It means you're making it when people come here to shill their trash. It means people are desperate. It means they're feeding the algorithm. Hey, I'll take it as making it. I don't know. I'm happy anybody's watching. If you're shilling, if you're doing whatever, happy anybody's watching and hopefully getting a little out of here. It's the goal, man. Again, guys, man, I'm still brainstorming. Not even I'm beyond brainstorming, but the changes to this show. Can I run it by you? I feel bad because I think I've brought it up a handful of times. And truthfully, I don't think people care format-wise. I think you want to come and shoot the shit and, you know, catch up on the market, macro stories, all that good stuff. But I wonder how much the format really does matter. But I will say, I am leaning now towards the format of this show. Well, first off, show moving an hour earlier. Okay, so actually the show moving to 9 a.m. Eastern time. And the show kicking off with Inside NFTs. So my morning Inside NFTs no longer on that channel. It's right here. So the first 15 minutes is boom, boom, boom. It's going through the NFT market, the crypto market, top stories. And then it's getting into this stuff. It's us having a conversation about those things. And it's also bringing in a 15, 20, 30-minute interview here too. So that, I think, is the format of the show. I just think it's a much more meaty show, I think. And it's really to get some interviews in here. With that said, I don't think I want interviews to take up an hour. So I think fitting an interview in the back half of the show might make it, I don't know, what's like a little more dynamic of a thing. So, yeah, we'll see. Gravity, your chart on what? I'll pull up whatever. Which chart do you want to see? Yeah, offline, laid-back format, it's got to stay that way always. Always. Also, that said about the format change of the show, yeah, Cosmos, if you like that idea, that's definitely how I'm leaning. The other idea is afternoon show moves to 9 a.m. Eastern time. And all those same things kind of still apply. It kicks off with Inside NFTs, right? So with Henry, with Joe, but Inside NFTs, just me kind of doing that. The bullet points kind of blitz through the news, blitz through the market. Joe Henry, chat like we always do. And what I think is not an interview in that show, but it actually goes for 2 hours. And the second hour is this kind of conversation. It's more one-on-one with us, right? And an interview in that second hour. So the show goes from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. I like that format a lot. That takes a little more buy-in from the guys, but I think they're down. So yeah. Awful. Like, can you get good details in 30 minutes? If it's a 2-hour show, yes. At 30 minutes, you're right. Maybe kind of tricky. If we do all the bullet point news and then spend 20, 30 minutes, maybe we can't get as in-depth in topics. So I think that's a good point. I think that's why maybe it does need to be a 2-hour show at that point. And also, along with that, that means, Anthony, what's up, brother? who's been editing these, chopping up shorts, maybe we cut out these segments. So separately after the show, we chop out the Inside NFT section and upload it to the channel. Right? So if you can't catch the live show, you can go back and watch just that section. Or then we chop out the commentary part, this part, and that goes separately. Or even chop out the individual topics, upload those, then chop out the interview, and that's uploaded separate too. It's interesting. We got a lot of content to work with. Man, so motivated to get this show to the next level, and this is one of those steps that gets us there. I always feel when things stagnate, and they should stagnate, right? You build something, you start feeling out what works and what doesn't, and at some point it stops growing, and you got to start thinking what evolves this show, what gets it to the next step. And I'm there where the framework or the vibe, whatever you want to call this stuff, it works. But it's time to package it better. It's time to drive more value to the show, and truthfully, it's more value to you guys. That's the goal. So it's time to iterate on this thing and take it to that next level. All right. Look at crypto real quick. See where we're at. Feeling out the prices here. And looking really, really good, guys. It was a great weekend. Bitcoin touched 65K. Love to see it. ETH at 2,700. Solana at 157. Look, all red in the past 24 hours here, and especially right now, but look at the 7 days here. This is the turnaround. This is where you see it. You see it on the weekly view. Bitcoin up 9%. ETH up 5.6%. Solana up 10.5%. It's just, again, something has changed in this market, what we've all been expecting, and it's here. It's absolutely here. Alpha, there are shorts on the YouTube channel on SlamX Official. We got shorts. Yeah, we got a lot. It's just about, again, packaging it, making sure to promote it the right way, get it out there in front of people. It's, it's pretty cool. A lot of good stuff. It's just get it in front of people, make them aware it's here. Blur farming ended, kinda, right? Like, it's still going on. It's just this season's going on for a year. People are not interested anymore, right? The gains weren't there. It's not rewarding enough. So people have largely moved on it. And I see people trying to say, well, NFT price is looking great, and they're pointing to that as the reason. I don't know. I think that's just I think it's a coincidence, because I do think Blur actually kept prices up. I think they saved NFTs ass here, especially in the bear market, just extra liquidity. So I think it helped. I think it helped a lot. That's my thoughts, at least. All right, some interesting little tidbits out there. Bitcoin growth since the cycle's low. This cycle, guys, outpacing each of the last two cycles. Pretty excellent. So percentage gain from the cycle low and how many days since that low point. This cycle outpacing the rest. So the question here that's posed, Bitcoin Magazine Pro, do we see diminishing returns this cycle because we're already higher? Or are we heading to something special? Like something really, really special, guys? And I think I lean that direction, that we've got a cycle coming. Do I use the phrase? I think I use it. Super cycle. I wonder if that's what's really heading our way. And I won't be shocked. Guys, stablecoins, great indicator for the crypto market. Obviously, downstream NFT market too, but the total market cap of stablecoins, guys, all-time high here. 168 million. Oh, excuse me, billion. Jeez. Guys. That money's not in USD, right? That money's in stables right now. It's in crypto. This is people on the sidelines with their stables ready to deploy into crypto. Man, if that's not bullish, I don't know what is. God, that's exciting. We could spend a whole episode on this, looking at stablecoin supply and relate it to crypto prices. We can peek at it too, because there's some interesting stuff you can learn from this. Right? Stablecoin supply, and I'm looking here. I'm going to look at 2022. It was its previous high. March, April 2022 was, basically the end of last cycle, right? I think you could say that. Right around the peak the prior peak, guys. People exiting their crypto positions, getting into stables. You see a similar effect on the supply when it's going to head in the opposite direction. Man, exciting stuff, guys. Exciting stuff is right on the horizon here. It's coming. It's coming, and I think we're maybe just a matter of weeks away. That's it, Gravier. We're on the cusp of the biggest bull we've ever seen. I believe that, man. I believe it. I think that adoption, that mass adoption, man, it feels like it's right around the corner. It feels like it's here. It feels like people who've just heard the term Bitcoin finally have heard it enough, and they see support for it enough. And this is probably more in the world of politics. They've heard about it enough from these people who were so anti-crypto before, and now are not, that this may be the cycle that the masses really come in, that they really, really come in. Now, that gets me thinking, and we won't go into this today, but the Trump DeFi project, what are the kind of products or projects or platforms that actually bring new people in? And I look at that Defiant, whatever it is, as one of those things that really could, guys, really could. Right? I look at that Ton ecosystem as something that really could and already is. It's why those meme coins cook over there so violently. It's all that liquidity. It's something that's right in front of people. Damn near 1 billion people, guys. Yeah. Special time ahead. All right, Vrew, let me peek at my DM. I don't know what you sent. I'm going to peek real quick. Oh, yeah, let's show this. This is cool. Here's a free mint courtesy of Vrew. Appreciate the heads up here. Bell's Puppets. Is this on the Bell's chain? By the way, I saw SCF. I don't know if this was like a total shit post, but is SCF launching a blockchain? I saw SCF, Smoking Chicken Fish Chain. I'm going to give you a heads up. I might recommend staying away from SCF. I know I've been really bullish on them. I think there's a lot of I think there's a little, I don't know. I think behind the scenes just worrisome things. I don't know. I don't know how I want to even frame it, because I'm not going to say specifics here, but enough that I'll just leave it like this. I don't think I'm going to go buy a big old SCF bag right now. Right? Of course, you got Ansem tweets about it, and Beeple tweets about it, and Raoul Pal's in it, and right, you got great names in it, but that one desperately, I think, needs a CTO. And they're kind of in the midst of that anyways, right? Like, a lot of conversation in that token, in their chats, in their community, that, you know, reminding people this is a community thing. It's not one person. But I do see some concerning things in SCF. I'm probably going to stay away from it. Anyway, free mint here. Bell's Puppets. Yes, on the Bell's chain. Hey, man. It's free. Won't be shocked to see it cook, but it's free. And I love, there's Tom Nook, man. I love that they're leaning into the Animal Crossing thing. That's a winning narrative. That's a winner. So yeah, Bell's has got a lot of things going right here. I dig it. Okay, meme coins. I try to keep myself on pace here because, I can talk myself into a hour show talking about nothing. Hopefully not nothing. You get what I'm saying. But I want to look at meme coins because, again, they cooked this weekend. Definitely want to pull up FWOG. Man, that was fun. That was so fun. I'm telling you, man, you want that NFT energy, right? That bull market NFT energy. Shit, man. Meme coins has got it. Man, it's got it. You guys got to get in here. Got to get in. If anybody needs, I'll drop a referral link to the Trojan bot. And so what I'm using, I find it so easy to trade. I love it. I love it, guys. I love that experience. I love clicking a button. I buy tokens. I like clicking one more button and I sell. And it's just literally that easy. Takes a minute to set up. I love it. Yeah, here you go. Meme coins in the past 7 days outpacing the majors. Cooking. Doge getting close to a $16 billion market cap again. Look at that. Sheeb up 11%. Pepe up 22%. Whiff up almost 40%, man. Again, super cycle coming. All those stables on the sideline. And I'll tell you this, man, not for much longer. Not for much longer. That stable supply is going to go down soon. Right? As people deploy that into crypto, man, it's going to be amazing. That said, a lot of that supply is liquid. People in and out of crypto. It's a great sign. FWOG up almost 35% here. Now, Nero, I'm still giga bullish on. I'm probably going to buy some more Nero. I'm going to take my gains over from FWOG. Probably going to put it in Nero. Probably going to put it in Genin or Ginin. Man, a lot of great opportunities here. Boom up almost 10%. Looks great. What is Nero? Nero's probably $120 million market cap now. Low, and that's a coin. I told you, I think that's a $1 billion+ market cap token. There's Nero right there. $120 million market cap. I think you may have an easy 5x there. Let's even say, let's play it safe. 2, 3x. Safe. As safe as you can be in a meme coin. Pretty safe 2, 3x right there. It's looking good, man. What's up, Dad? Good to see you, man. Yeah, now's the time to be looking. Again, I don't really want to steer people into certain tokens. I mention certain tokens because I'm telling you what I'm buying, but pay attention is the biggest thing I can recommend, right? I tell you the big ones I'm getting in, which isn't often, but definitely look here, pay attention here. Look at SCF up 134%. Again, I'm pretty cautious there now, but that one can cook. Now here's FWOG up 365% here in the past week. It got to let me think here. Almost a $70 million market cap, right around 70 mil yesterday. So it cooked yesterday. Awesome meme, great content, really, really solid token. I'm out. I don't know if I'm done with it though. So I'm going to keep my eyes there. If it feels like it's got some legs here, I may be right back in here and look for another 2, 3x, maybe. I don't know at this point, but this had to have been our biggest gainer. Well, one of the biggest gainers here in the past week. FWOG cooked. So yeah, guys, man, don't skip meme coin stuff. Especially as we're waiting for NFTs, man. Don't skip this stuff. Good morning, boss. Good to see you, man. All right, and then let's wrap up the market talk with some ETFs. Here's Bitcoin, guys. 252 million in inflows. This is on Friday. Huge numbers, huge. A lot of inflows here. Best day of inflows here in 3-ish weeks. And again, I've mentioned this. I wish this went back further. I would like to see highest since when exactly, but I would say that's probably a top 10 day. Just kind of guessing here, but we had some days in the 3, 4, 500 mil range, right? But 252, I think that's a top 10 day here. So pretty great. I also think, I'm saying think because I really am not sure, but I think the past 4 weeks has been the best performing 4 weeks in the life of the ETFs, I think. Don't quote me there. Don't quote me, but. And then Ethereum ETFs, 5.7 million in outflows. So there you go. Dude, Dog looking great. Dog is looking pretty damn excellent here. $350 or so million market cap, looking really great. Oh, Gravity, this is going back to the chart you wanted to see. Yeah, let's peek. So year to date down 31%. It's a good view. Oh, hang on, that's ETH. Let's go to the broader. Let's go to the broader market. Wow, what do you call that chart? Okay. Year to date, though, the NFT market down 47%, guys. This is NFTs. And this is where the context really matters, right? Bored Apes are so much lower than they were a year ago. Again, in the bear market, those NFTs were priced higher than now. Same with CryptoPunks. So yeah, the value of the NFT market down 47% from January this year. And if we try going back a full 12 months, it's probably going to be worse, right? Might not be too far off. Yeah, actually, wow. I mean, almost the same. 42.98% in the past 12 months. Yeah, actually a little better. A little better than right now. Interesting. Yeah, down pretty bad, guys. And might as well, because we're here, go all time. Yeah, that whole 99% of NFTs conversation, I mean, we've lost 95, almost 96% of the value of this market. So, and you feel that. You don't even have to look at a chart to know that. You feel it. You know this. Everybody here understands where this NFT market is at. We've lived through it over the past few years. We barely resemble what we were, but you do see it there. Yeah, no one's going to see that number and be confused. You know it. You know that. You you felt every single moment of this. But it's really exciting to think of what's coming up next year. The fact that we do have a turnaround coming. And how much of that value do we recapture? Not all of it, I'll tell you that. Probably not even most of it. Regardless, though, going to be great. So here we go, guys. This was our big news this weekend. It's a big story, man. It's a big concern, too. It's a big concern. And this will have ripple effects, guys. There's wars going on all over this planet, and this is yet another front in the war. And is that hyperbole? I don't know. I don't think it is, guys. There's some great divide in the way people are fighting right now over words, just words. Right here in the States, it's really not even here in the States. It's everywhere. Words. Some feel are so destructive that you need to create policy around them. I'm not one of those people, but clearly, France maybe. Right, so Pavel Durov, founder of Telegram, arrested in France. Right, arrived there via plane, arrested in the airport. Arrested right there. And the problem here is supposedly he is allowing illegal activities to occur on his platform. Look, it's not wrong, right? Like, understanding what it is they're saying here, they're not wrong. There is illicit activity on the platform. There is. But who then is responsible for policing that, for moderating it? Is it the company itself, or should we look at Telegram as no different as just words being exchanged IRL, in person, face-to-face, in a room? I'll tell you this, I don't think anybody has the answer to this. Right? There's a conversation that speech needs to be moderated, at the very least, on these type of platforms, but moderating is kind of the same thing as censoring, to a degree, right? I shouldn't say it's the same thing, but that border, that line is pretty blurred. So this is it's a much bigger conversation. It is, because this isn't a thing you sit there and just kind of comment on and you move on. This is a much bigger story than that. Right? You see here, again, the ripple effects of this. Founder of Rumble leaves Europe. Right? The writing is on the wall. What's happening to these guys? I know Elon Musk is concerned for the same thing at this point, too. These speech platforms, and by the way, this is something that's been bubbling up for a while. Conversation about Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. All these social media platforms have faced tremendous scrutiny here over the past few years for the same reason. That there are illegal things happening on the platforms, but who polices it? And how can you really police that stuff? I don't know. I don't know exactly where I fall on this, other than I lean towards What is a guy like this supposed to do other than make his platform exactly what his platform is supposed to not be? And I don't think I'm for that. I don't think our words should be monitored. I don't think our words should be policed and spied on. That feels wrong. And I'll tell you this, I don't think you're a bad guy, a bad person if you think they should be. Because I know where that stems from, and it stems from a place of good. It does. It does. Wanting people to be safe, wanting criminals to not have a home on these platforms, I get it. I get it. It's not stemming from some shitty, malicious place. But that said, I don't know if that's the right solution to police this stuff. And I'm saying I don't know because I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. So who ultimately is responsible for it? Is it this guy? And curious your guys' takes. Who's responsible to police these conversations? And if these conversations are policed, does that mean they stop? Because I certainly don't think so. I think they still happen and they get even harder to find. So I worry you actually drive these conversations deeper and you actually lose discoverability into them. Gravier says he has a French passport. He's pretty well fucked. Yeah, interesting. Saw a good analogy where someone asked for the inventor of the Bic pen to be arrested because it's been used to write all sorts of bad things. Yeah, it's an interesting. Let me think if that works. Yeah, I get the spirit of that. I'm one of those people who thinks, right, a lot of these are just tools. And how do you police or hold at fault the people manufacturing these tools? When really the problem here is as a society, we've gotten so rotten. And you can't fix that. You can't police that away. You can't. Right? I've even felt myself changing on my position on like the Second Amendment here in the States. Pro Second Amendment, and then I can argue that with myself. I really can. Because I think we're so rotten at this point that at some point the priority may be protecting lives. I don't know, because that puts us in dangerous territory too. So I don't know. What's up, Q? Good to see you, brother. Dude, we need to say spotlight, by the way. We need to say spotlight. Got to get your ass up here. Maybe a little reunion. You know what I mean? Good to see you, man. Okay, what's that movie where prisoners are jailed on another planet? What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh, good. Q, I'm good shit. I owe you a call, by the way. But, dude, we absolutely got to make that happen. Man, I'm proud of you, by the way, Q. Your growth and your show, amazing, dude. Like, fucking amazing, man. Ronan, honestly, I used to think that was maybe like a character flaw, right? To argue with yourself, to not be stuck in a way of thinking. And I used to look at it as a flaw that I thought, genuinely, I'm telling you this, guys, I used to think there was something kind of wrong with me, that all of my friends and everybody out there, these grown-ups, all the adults out there, have these really firm positions on things. And I'm like, why don't I ever, like I very rarely have a firm position on something. I'm like, why can't I ever, where's my reasoning skills? Why can't I ever have a really firm take on stuff? It actually bothered me a lot. Until in the past few years, I really started to embrace it and started to lean into it even harder. I like having my mind changed. I love it. I need it, actually. And I now lean in this other direction where those firm opinions scare me a little more. They do. Because I think a lot of that comes from people telling you have to have these firm stance. You have to take a side. And I just realized that happens when you stop questioning things. You take a side, and you start, even if you hear other sides, other takes, you're not really open to them. And man, you always got to be open to the other side and other perspectives. You have to. Because more and more, maybe I just wrap this part up here, more and more I learn that the things that I've been told and taught that I form my opinions based off of, more and more I'm learning I've been lied to or deceived or tricked or told one side of it. And that just makes me believe things less and less, and it makes my opinions even less firm. So I reanalyze everything always on an ongoing basis, and I don't have firm opinions anymore on stuff. No. I have opinions, and at this point, I think they're informed. But I'll just say they're not firm anymore, and I certainly understand other people's sides more than ever. So. Yeah, Ronan, that's a good way to put it. I think you should have convictions, but if there's ever quality pushback to your position, the ability to hear it and truly consider it is an excellent trait. It's a good way to put it. And man, how much further along would we be as a society? This thing we just said is rotten to the core now. How much further along would we be if everybody just opened up to that and realized, people who are on the other side on whatever topic, they're not stupid, honestly. Maybe they're closed off enough where they're less informed than they need to be, but they're not stupid. And man, you could probably learn a thing or two from hearing those opinions. Man, interesting days, Lemon, is the Second Amendment still useful with how prevalent drone warfare is now? Screw guns, need drones and drone defense. I mean, I know you're half kidding, but that's true. It is true. And man, all that stuff, even like Second Amendment conversation, I say that as somebody now with kids, and it scares the shit out of me. It scares the shit out of me to think of what can happen now that can impact kids. It scares the shit out of me, man. And would my opinion change if something happened to them? And I know for sure it would. Like I used to say, I'll chalk it up to, man, it's just society's bullshit, and I can't believe it happened to me, but you can't ever lose the right to guns. You can't. Because at that point, everything is lost. Aren't things lost already if this is what things have turned into? Right? The thing we were trying to defend and protect, and we needed guns to protect, it's already gone at that point. That said, I get what happens if the people don't have guns. So fucking crypto show here. I don't know what we're talking about, but also it's real life. Hey, that's what we talk about here is real life stuff, so. Okay, let's see if I can still get in the staying anonymous conversation here. This is part of it, guys. This is a big part of it. Governments want access to Telegram. They want to spy on you. They do. You, as a law-abiding citizen, they want to spy on you. They want to know what you're talking about and who you're talking to. And, of course, they're saying, trust us. You're not doing anything legal. No biggie. You have nothing to worry about. And we know that's not true. So, man, oh, man, this is why it's such a great opportunity right now and so important that you do stay anonymous as best you can. And if you're not anonymous, again, like me, you use this awesome time with the blockchain still very early to build an anonymous identity. It's a great opportunity, guys. Create a burner wallet, use a VPN, get set up on a certain exchange to be able to, send yourself funds that is not going to be tied to your IP. Set up this identity in a wallet that, as best you can, have it tied to nothing of yours, and build off of that now. Like I said at the beginning, if I could be anonymous and have like a little AI person or a mask and as my face, man, I would do it. But this is the opportunity to do that. And man, I think people got worried about the idea of being anonymous because then trust goes away. And man, it doesn't. Dude, it really, really doesn't. Because of the blockchain, because your reputation online, because all these things, man, you can stay anonymous and build a high character persona here. So check this out. This got me thinking of that even a little more today. This is from Binance, I believe, onchainscore.xyz. Enter your wallet address and you get a score. Man, starts dabbling in something I've talked about here for you guys, a social credit score, that big old scary term that I think needs to not be so scary. I think that could be an incredibly useful thing. Your reputation, An online reputation that obviously, guys, will be used for bad things along with good. All right? At the same time, we want whitelists. There's going to be blacklists, and I'm sure there's blacklists already. That's all going to be part of this conversation here, your on-chain reputation. Still, this is a piece of it. This is a piece of a solution, another tool, whatever it is. This is part of it. Is that a good score? Guys, if you guys do this, I'm curious your scores. I'm curious. I got a 79 out of 100 here. This is really fucking cool, by the way. Man, this is so fucking cool. Transaction heat map. Okay, this goes back about a year. It shows your transactions, your activity, your streak. Like your buying, selling streak, I guess. How many days you've been active. Like, this is super fucking cool. Can you dial in more? But again, guys, this is how you can build a reputation. You tie something like this to an anonymous social media account, right? Your profile. You know, an anonymous X account. Man, now you got something kind of special. Now you really do have a reputation, and people really can get to know you without knowing you, your name, your identity. And maybe now you could talk a little more freely. Maybe not. Depends how you got yourself set up and what it is you're doing. But this is where you get that opportunity to be anonymous and have conversations without it ruining your life, without ruining, you at your core being canceled. Because that's still a thing, believe it or not. Damn, boss. Nice. 85 for Boss. All right, Boss is in the lead with his on-chain score. I don't know if anybody beats that. That sounds like a good score. Oh, dude, Lemon. Lemon, you're not going to... There's so much shit coming up about aliens now. We're not going to get away from orbs for a long time, man. We've got some new congressional hearings coming up. These aliens ain't our friend, man. No, we're going to get some cool alien shit coming soon, like real soon. All right, man. Out of context, Dead. This is super weird. Dead says birds aren't real. Okay, this is a great question, Lemon. What if you get money to a burner that you can never get back to you if they lock things down, and you have to explain where all the funds are? You have to explain where all the funds are from when off-ramped. This only works. It's a really important, question and thing to talk through too. This only works, guys, when Bitcoin really reaches mass adoption, when you don't have to off-ramp. That's it. And again, I'm glad you brought it up because none of this means anything as long as you still got to get your shit back to a bank. They always got you at that point. We'll get to the point where you don't. We'll get to the point where Bitcoin is accepted everywhere and USDC and all these other things, and we will find our ways around KYC. I believe that. I think we will always have ways around it, but when Bitcoin is in the place we think it's going to be, that's where this really comes to fruition. That's when this really becomes a thing, and that's why I say right now is when you want to set yourselves up for it. Right? When that happens, they're going to make it really, really hard to build that anonymous identity. They're going to make you KYC at some point. So that is why I say right now is the time to get yourself set up for that time. Like start tucking away a little nest egg in an anonymous account, one that you will never off-ramp, guys, never. But ideally, you'll never want to. You'll never need to. But Lemon, again, it's a really good point. All right, Mike's got an 83 score. Good shit. Boss is still winning. Lemon got a 6. Did you really? Lemon said he's got a 69, and I don't believe him. I don't believe him because he's lying. He's lying to you guys right now. He said he DM'd me, and he didn't. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You DM'd me in Discord. Okay, I think he's not lying. He did get a 69. Holy shit. Okay, Lemon actually got a 69. Wait. I was going to pull it up. I don't know if there's anything sensitive in that shit, right? There's not. We're all good. I can put that on the screen. All right, well, just trust me. Lemon got a 69. I think it's safe to put up. Cats with a 78. Okay, I'm putting it up. It's fine. Yep, there's Lemon 69. That's incredible, dude. I'd like to think you like shopped at, but a legit 69. Oh, dude, Ronan, hell yeah. Disclosure is a fun topic. Used to talk about that stuff before we went on air on NFT Live. Dude, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you this, Ronan. I live in fantasy land half the time. And I keep living in a fantasy that me and Q and GIF and Biggie somehow, some way, some form, just get shit cooking. I love doing that shit with you. And man, I wish you and I got to do it together too, because you're an awesome dude, Ronan. And we got to like 5 times or so. We got to hang and do a show. But I'm really thinking hard about how to do this. But another show, as I condense my shows down, there's room for another show here, which I would like to be an evening show. I would like it to be more focused on everything else other than crypto, although we'll talk about crypto when there's important stories. But, dude, very much a show about politics and supernatural shit, and then crypto sprinkled in there too. But that would be the focus of the show, is aliens and UFOs, UAPs, and all that shit. That'd be a killer show. I know it, because the appeal is not just going to be to crypto guys. It'll be everybody. And I look for those kind of ways to onboard people outside. Right outside of crypto. So there's a cool ass opportunity there. Hey, welcome back, Tickle. Right in time for the end. The topic of anonymity and these other personas and shit, dude. Again, we didn't even scratch the surface, man. That was nothing. That's kind of a forever conversation, too, to be totally honest. But it is important, so can kind of wrap there, guys. It is important. Just think about it. I think it's a process, and so obviously it's going to take some thinking about, and I recommend you do that. I recommend you sit and chew on that idea of why being anonymous is important. And when you consider how difficult it is to be anonymous, maybe then you understand how important that actually is. It's a little difficult for good reason, because people don't want you to be anonymous. But I do think that opportunity is still here right now. You can make these personas. There's enough tools out there. Like I'll even mention something like Tornado Cash. There's tools out there. I wouldn't touch that one right now, but there's tools out there like that. There are ways to move some things around. I'm not talking about scammy shit and bad malicious things and whatever, shady actions. I just mean there's ways out there to move funds around. And again, I think it's important that you start thinking about how you would, if you want to, but also why it's important, and again, how you would actually do it. And I do recommend it now before it gets much, much harder to actually do it. So, man, again, interesting days, interesting times, and yet stuff just so much freaking fun. Man, all right, well, wrapping it all up, dude. Crypto looking great. NFTs looking great. We are almost back. We're almost there, guys. Can't wait. Stay tuned, guys. Of course, be following Hudah_idiot on X and SlamX.io over on X and CryptoSlam.io. Follow all these accounts. More content coming. You've seen... Well, we can drop names. You've heard some of these other people on the House of Slam. I'm talking Oscar Ramos, Paul Dubé, Nate Gur. Fuck, I'm gonna get his name wrong. Nate Garris. God damn it, Nate Garassi. I think I got it wrong. Anyway, keep your eyes out for more from these guys. And then I'll see you this afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on SlamX for the afternoon show. Ba-ba-boom. Guys, hope your day is excellent. We'll see you in a few hours. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. We'll see you.